name is Rachel, and today I'm bringing you a tag that I found a couple weeks ago that I am super excited for, and that is the Buzzfeed Unsolved book tag. If you have not watched Buzzfeed Unsolved, you definitely need to go do that, because a lot of these things are referencing that, but it is hilarious. I love the show. This is an original tag from the YA Room. I'll leave the link down to the video below, and I'm super excited to get into these questions, but I do have to warn you, I had a very hard time picking, so I'm just going to give you several books for most of these questions because I am indecisive. So the first question is Shaniac, a book you don't think is deserving of its hype. For this, I scrolled through my Goodreads to try to find a good one, and the one that I liked the least, but probably has some of the biggest hype, is It by Stephen King. I thought this was a horrible book. I didn't think it was scary. I thought it was way too long, and some of the things in it were just horrifying, but not in like a good way. So too much hype for that one. Question 2 is The Bagara, a book that chilled you to the core. And for that, I'm picking two books that are more or less scary because, well, they just gave me chills because they're just terrifying. The first one is a book in verse called To Stay Alive. This is about the Donner Party that set off on the Oregon Trail and kind of got stranded and maybe sort of started eating each other. And the fact that it's told in verse makes it even creepier. I'm literally getting chills just talking about it. It is such a good book. It's also very chilling. And the other one I'm going to give you for this one is Speak by Lori Halse Anderson because it's chilling. I'm getting chills. I will say that both the fiction and the graphic novel version are both chilling. If you don't know, somehow it's about a girl dealing with a sexual assault, and the way the whole story comes together, it's just chilling is a perfect word. It is moving and chilling and disturbing and kind of empowering, I guess. I don't know. It's fantastic, but it's also chilling, so I'm going with those two for this question. Number 3 is The Shitfish, and this one is a book you're not sure where you stand on, and for that I'm thinking of ending things, because I think I liked it, but I'm not sure, and I think I got it, but I maybe didn't. And I kind of saw it coming, but not really. And I literally have no idea really what to say about it. And I cannot give you any information because I think it would spoil it. So go in blind, trust me. But I feel like you're going to be as confused as I am. But it definitely sticks out in my mind for that reason. Because I'm just so, I just don't know where to put that book in the sorting of my mind with all the books. But yeah. I'm not sure where I stand on it, so I'm thinking of ending things. Next is probably everyone's favorite quote from the show, and it's, "Hey there, demons, it's me, ya boy," a book that kept you up at night. And I feel like I don't really get scared about books, so I don't have any that are traditionally keep me up at night, but I have 3 I'm going to give you that were probably chilling. These are probably more chilling ones that I just cannot even wrap my mind around, and they just made me think, and they kept me up at night thinking. The first is The Blood of Emmett Till. This is a nonfiction about the lynching of Emmett Till, and it is horrific. I mean, that's the only word I can use to describe it. It was horrific. That's the best word. And it does. It keeps you thinking. You just can't even wrap your mind around what they did to that poor boy. The next one is The Handmaid's Tale, which, while it's not real, it is beginning to seem more and more realistic and less science fiction, and that's why it's kept me up at night. Because, again, it's just horrific. So definitely kept me up at night. And then the last one is Brain on Fire. This is a memoir about a woman who got almost like a meningitis, and her brain was basically on fire, and it caused all sorts of chaos in her life. She was in the hospital. She had to learn how to do all these things over again. Horrifying, because I've never heard of this, and I mean, it just could hit you out of nowhere. Completely terrifying. Next is Wheeze, which happens all the time on the show. I love it. And this is a book that made you laugh out loud. For this, again, hard time picking. I think I went with all pretty much series. So the Lunch Lady graphic novel series, fantastic. They always make me laugh. The Bad Guys series by Erin Blavey, I mention that all the time on my channel. It's fantastic. The Sarah Anderson Comic strip collections are always hilarious. Like the first one was called Adulthood is a Myth. They're so funny. And then the Georgia Nicholson series. This is a diary collection from a young British girl by Louise Renison, and they are hilarious. They're fantastic. So all of those are wheezes for me. Number 6 is Mothman, a hyped favorite, and for that, not surprisingly, I'm also picking 2. I'm gonna go with The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I love this series. I love Maggie Stiefvater. Just full of love, and I feel like it's super hyped, but it totally deserves it. Another one is Ember in the Ashes, and all of the series. It's fantastic. It's by Sabaa Tahir, and it's hyped, I feel like, on BookTube, but it is so deserving of it. It's fantastic. Oh, love it. Next up is Your Holy Water, a book you'd protect with your life. And for this, I'm going to go with Pride and Prejudice. It's my favorite book, and I have so many copies of it. I just love this book. I'm going to go down with it in the end. I just love it. Question 8 is Demons, a book you're too scared to read. And again, I don't really get like typical scared, like woo scared, but I hate crying at books, and I'm very emotional, and I will get like depressed if I read too many sad books. So I'm gonna go with pretty much anything by Nicholas Sparks. I'm too scared to read because I will probably not survive it. The same thing with Jodi Picoult and most John Green books. So I'm scared to read all of those. Question 9 is, but for now, this mystery will remain unsolved. And this is a book you needed more from / didn't want it to end. And for me, I went with First Stolen by Lucy Christopher because it's just such a fantastic book. And I really wanted to see more of everything. I just wanted to see more of the whole story. And if you're unfamiliar, highly recommend this book. It is a book told in second person from a girl to the boy who kidnapped her. And it is so good. I love it, and I wanted more. The other one, I feel kind of odd saying this, but it was the graphic novel My Friend Dahmer, because they show you the early life of Jeffrey Dahmer, and it ends right as he starts killing. And I kind of wanted some more, and I feel really bad about that because it's like, do I really want to read more about like people being murdered? But kind of. I think it's because I just don't understand it. Like, I just don't understand it, so reading it just makes it seem like I can try to understand it, but I just don't think I ever will. But I just thought it was so well done. It gave you insight to the mind of a monster, basically. It was just very interesting in a freaky sort of way, if that makes sense. Next up is Buzzfeed Unsolved Postmortem, and for this, it's a book you still have questions about, and for this, I'm going with First Fever Dream. This is a short little book that was translated from, I believe, Spanish, and it was supposed to be really spooky, and I will say the whole time you're reading it, though, it does give off this really creepy aura. Like, I got that, but, like, I kind of don't understand what happened at all. So I have questions. And then also Sadie by Courtney Summers, because the ending, I need more information. I have so many questions. But I guess that's part of a good mystery. They kind of leave you hanging and you get to connect your own dots, but I have questions. Oh my goodness. I have so many questions. And then last but not least is the Hot Dogga, and this is a trashy fave. And for me, this is going to be pretty much any romance novel. I always feel kind of like those are like my trash reads. Particularly, I enjoy Casey West. Her books aren't trashy in the romance sense. Like, they're not getting it on necessarily. It's a very PG romance, but those are what I call my palate cleansing books. When I've been reading some odd things, some different things, some serious things, I will cleanse my palate with a romance or more particularly usually a Casey West, and I love them. They're trashy. They're kind of like my guilty pleasures. So yeah, there you have it. All of my Buzzfeed Unsolved book tag questions. So if you would like to do this tag because you love Buzzfeed Unsolved like I do, consider yourself officially tagged, and I would love to see what you come up with. So that is all I have for now, and we'll close in the true Buzzfeed set. But for now, this tag will remain Unsolved. That was lame, but whatever. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon in another video. Bye for now.